Hello and welcome. Today we've got Mark Attwood, we've got Clea, we've got Manda, we've got Celine, and we are going to be discussing how to take full responsibility of your financial control, which includes doing something that you're passionate about, because we understand so many people are not happy with the matrix, they're losing their jobs simply because they don't want to take the things in their arms and other principles, reasons. Now, just before we begin, you can subscribe to our Telegram channel and to nicholasveniamin.com for our free email updates. And if you're watching this for the first time on YouTube, I will leave the link below in the description for the full interview, unless, of course, myself and the guests can choose our words wisely due to the insane censorship. Mark Attwood, thank you for joining me and the rest of the crew. We'll start with Mark. How are you and what have you been up to?
Hi, good to see you again, Nick. Yeah, I'm good. I've got my YouTube channel. I'm doing that. Poetry's coming out of my ears. I'm looking after my kid. I'm like everybody else. I'm just trying to deal with day-to-day life as well. And it's been very emotionally up and down, I think, for a lot of people in the last few weeks. And I feel like we're close to something huge. But in the meantime, and thanks for your support in talking about this course, because if anybody's watching this who doesn't know, my day job is digital marketing and teaching people digital marketing. And I started this course in August, I think, which is called How to Monetize What's Already in Your Head, Create a New Income Stream, and Become Sovereign Quickly. And it's evolved. And we've got students from all over the world on this course, over 340 students now, who are learning how to stand in their power and discover that their knowledge and their life experiences are actually worth something, and then showing them how to put that in front of people. And, although it's ostensibly about financial independence, it's about much more than that. And we've created this amazing community, and people are coming in from all over the place with all sorts of different experiences. And I think it's got a deeper meaning than what it looks like on the surface, because I think we're at the point where the information war is that we need more and more and more people who have a voice and have something valuable to say, whether it's about politics or whether it's about healing or whatever it's about, and getting it out there and just showing. So we're just empowering people to using the same techniques that I've been using for 23 years as a digital marketer with £100 million companies, exactly the same techniques, but giving them to people that can do it from home on a laptop, and hopefully getting them off the ground so that they can start monetizing what they've got and finding an audience. So that's where we're at.
Absolutely. So Mark, you've received obviously lots of, emails and people being interested into this program that you're offering so that they can take, they can do something they love and take that power back. Do you want to give us a few examples of what the reasons were why they wanted to leave their jobs, for an example, or maybe they were sacked or anything like that?
Well, there's a lot of people who refuse to do that and are finding themselves out of work. There are other people who are sick of suckling on the nipple of the state and taking the handouts, because your whole life is under the control of the state then, and this is about empowering people to get off that dependency, what's the word? Dependency on the state. There's a lot of people on here that have just discovered new talents that they want to share. There are other people like Celine here who's already written a book and wants to get out, and Clea, they've already written books. They're already authors. And a lot of people that have already written books have found the hard way that it's hard to sell them and it's hard to make a living out of them, because the Amazon system and the publishing system is not designed for authors, it's designed for them. So yeah, lots of people who are actually working full time, like Manda down here, bringing up a family, working full time, and then squeezing this in the evenings and weekends. And it's just been amazing. It's just been an amazing experience. And it's one of the most enjoyable things I've ever done, because of the people that are on it. It's just amazing. And that's why we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I see Maria's just joined, but we can't see her at the moment. Because the students are the best people to talk about this, not me. I'm just the mouthpiece for the information, and then everybody else it's become a self-perpetuating engine in a way.
Absolutely. Now, just before we speak to the students, Do you want to explain, Mark, as well? Because I think the value that you bring is the marketing strategy and the tools behind it, the mind power behind marketing. And we understand that that is a very big play when we want to be successful in a business. Yeah. So if you could just explain that to us, it would be great.
Yeah, well, I've put together a free webinar for anybody that wants to go into details of this, and you'll put the link in the description. And that webinar is 90 minutes, and it was me talking through the process, because I've been teaching business owners and businesses for years now how to get over their marketing issues. And normally the marketing issues are normally based in their own personal issues and beliefs. So the first thing that I do in this course is try to help people to get over their beliefs and problems with money, because everybody's been conditioned to believe that they are imposters, that they're not worth money, etc. So I get that out of the way first, and then we dive into helping people find out what knowledge they already have that is actually worth something as an information product. Because I did this exercise in the course myself, and my list is, I've got a list of about 20 things that if I stop doing this, if I got stopped doing everything tomorrow, there's 20 of the things I could be going and doing and creating an independent income stream. It's not difficult. And then we talk about SEO. I'm an SEO expert. I've been doing SEO for a very, very long time. I'm just teaching people techniques that are easy to learn and easy to apply and free. So that this course is about helping people find their thing, find their why, and then try to create something that will sell, that will create an income stream, that will give them independence. That's what's in the course, and the webinar talks through that. But I think these guys here are probably better explaining what it's like from their point of view, because when I made the course live over 6 weeks in August and September, and it ended up being 20 hours of lectures, which is all inside a members area. And then we've done lots of case studies. And then once every 2 or 3 weeks, I do a live Q&A. And all of these things are, it's becoming a monster. But it's a lovely monster. And it's good. It's good.
I speak to people behind the scenes, Mark, and I think you're fantastic. It's great what you're doing, So what we'll do is let's go one by one through, the guests, the students, if you like, and they can give us their testimonies of their experience and what they're doing. So if we start with Clea, if you could tell us your experience, what you're doing, how it benefited you, and why you recommend this to the viewers.
Absolutely. Thank you. I think this is the best course I've ever taken. And not only I've gone to school for, probably 25 years, and this is still the best course I've ever taken, but I've also taken a lot of courses. I've been in real estate, I've been in finance, you have to keep up with your education, etc. I have never seen a course where the teacher, the expert, is so vested in the students actually succeeding. Normally they teach you, they might even pour their heart into it, but then it's on you. And while obviously Mark wants us to be sovereign, doesn't want to be holding our hand, he just can't let go. This is like your baby. You're always adding content. Just yesterday or 2 days ago, we had a Q&A that he just did out of the goodness of his heart. He never told us he was going to do these kinds of things. And then he decided he was going to. And all of a sudden he's saying, oh, we should add a module. I'm like, okay, this is wonderful. He just believes in us. He gives us the opportunity. He's even given me personally and other people the platform to put our products out there, because of course they made sense to what he's doing. And we all talk about sovereignty. In my particular case, I talk about the system and the culture and the government being narcissistic. And now we, as a result, collectively behave like narcissistic abuse victims. And so we have to heal ourselves. And this goes hand in hand with this course, because I have divided the world into 3 groups of people. And the third group is people like you, Mark, and the rest of us who actually have decided we're going to stand on our own 2 legs and we're going to do what we have to do to be sovereign. And this course allows you to do this. It is not just a technical expertise that you're being given, which is outstanding because Mark is like the best at what he does. I've taken other marketing courses. There is no comparison. But it's also the fact that it gives you a voice. So these are life skills we should have gotten in school. I have an MBA. I have a college degree, blah, blah, blah. And I have never been, so as I said, I've taken many marketing classes. I've never been told this. All of a sudden, I'm so proud of myself. I can navigate all these things. This is not a get rich quick scheme. I want that to be clear. This is the education, the classes that we should have been taught in college. The difference is that in college, they teach all this useless stuff that you might never use again, because they want you to go into a business, into a job that will just crush your soul and rob you of your passion. Mark is reinventing the education system in this way by saying, what do you want to bring out to the world? Why are you here? Why are you here as a human? What's your purpose? And let's get it out of you, because it's going to help other people. To me, this is priceless. I am like a broken record. Mark has heard me say this a million times. I am beyond grateful for this opportunity. I didn't even know it existed. And the fact that he decided, I'm going to change the world and let me do this. I cannot even say enough good things about this course.
Wow, Clea, thank you very much. And it's lovely to hear that, Mark is not comparable to anyone else, especially when we know this is available, or he's available in this movement, because it's very hard to find that. So again, Mark, thank you so much.
Well, can I just add something to that, Nick? I was lucky myself to have amazing teachers years ago. People like Ken McCarthy and Perry Marshall. Anybody that knows internet marketing, these guys are giants. And the teacher arrives when the student's ready. And my version of this is really about saying, look, I happen to know about these tools. I've built businesses. I've worked with businesses all over the world. I've done it a million times, right? And I didn't expect to ever bring this to the table during this time that we're in. But I was called to do so. And it's, even my 17-year-old son just made his first 4 online sales in the last 2 weeks. And I'm saying the same to kids, right? If there's any kids out there and you're not enjoying, because you're not learning anything in the school system that you're in. And I really want kids to learn this stuff, because kids should be leaving school knowing what money is, how to make money, how to stand on their own 2 feet, how not to be dependent on the state, and how to recognize bullshit when they see it in the school system, which is crippling them right at the moment. And the university system is teaching them nothing apart from making them self-dependent on the state for forever, with student debts and a load of nonsense in subjects which are all full of lies, right? So, my son himself is now following his dream of learning to sail and building a business on the side. And anybody can do this at any age. And I think that's the most empowering. It's just about, I'm not saving the world with this. I'm just trying to empower enough people to understand that they have a value and to stand in that value and that power, because every one of us on earth has this. And I also want to say to your viewers, I'm fully aware that the financial system is full of shit. I know that, but I'm pragmatic. What we have to, as humans, we have to deal with what is in front of us right now. Yeah, we can all dream about the QFS and AMC shares coming in and XRP going up and everything else. But what are you going to do? That's pie tomorrow. I'm all about pie today. And what I'm teaching in this course, who knows if YouTube's even going to be here in a year? I don't know, but it's here now. So let's use it, and let's use Google, and let's use the tools that are there that are actually fairly easy to understand and implement once you get the principles. And really, this is a course of principles. And then it's basically teaching people how to fly and then throwing them out the nest.
Absolutely. That's very productive. I 100% agree with that. So Celine, we'll move on to you. How about yourself?
Hi, Nicholas. Well, I'm a newbie, I suppose, in a way on the course. I joined about a month ago, and I just don't even know where to start to describe the impact it's had on me. It's just been life-changing. I'm so grateful, beyond grateful to Mark. I'd been following him. I was feeling very lost. Just to give you a little bit of a small background, I was diagnosed with breast cancer in 2016. So I sort of came out of the system then very empty, without purpose. This all started for me a number of years ago. I started writing. I got some support. I sort of felt, there's something more I'm meant to be doing with my life. And basically all of the struggles I've been through, really what I want to do is help other people remember their power. This is what, the journey has been for me. So I wrote a book on the topic. I wrote 2 books. And again, like Mark said, it's very difficult. I self-published one. The second one is due to be published soon, Gifts from the Devastation, it's called. So it's that journey. But I was lost, and I was following Mark, and I saw the webinar, and I was just, something clicked. I said, here is someone who was I've never seen. I'm literally going through the modules, and I have to stop nearly after every sentence and go, oh my God, that's gold dust. I need to write that down, rewind. It's just, there isn't a wasted sentence. I mean, I'm blown away. I'm just blown away by how generous he is. It's just, I've never come across anything like this. And the community. So for me, my spiritual life is very important. And that's been my story of awakening. And I suppose I felt that maybe it isn't possible to marry these two things together. I want to be of service, but I want to be financially independent, as Mark says, to allow you, that freedom. And I suppose that's freed me up to go, because I had a lot of issues around that money and earning money and everything. So, just from day one, I literally am like jumping out of the bed in the morning. Like, it's so immersive. Even the way of teaching, I don't even know how to describe it. I'm saying to people, it's like, only yesterday I met a friend of mine. I'm in the west coast of Ireland, and I was so excited talking to her about it. She's already signed up, Mark. She was just, I have to do this, because so many people I know are struggling. They're out of the system. They want to get out of the system. They know they have something to offer the world. Sometimes they know. It's like me. I'm a work in progress, and I'm making videos. I never thought I'd make a video. But as I'm doing it using the keyword research and the tools that Mark is teaching us step by step, I'm finding what I'm passionate, because I'm hearing it in my voice. And then I'm going, okay, follow this obviously. And if it's resonating with people. So, and the community as well. I mean, at the Q&A, I was crying after it during the week, because, it's just incredible, the people, and just it feels like I know all these people in person, that I've met them, and I know I will. I'm sure someday we will meet. I've no doubt, because we're creating. I really feel, like you said, this isn't just about business or me being. That's a side for me. I want to be part of creating, the new earth, new systems. I've been out of the system. I've been lucky since 2016, so I feel I was prepared pre-COVID. I had my own personal COVID back in 2016. And I think I always got this voice telling me in the next year, you need to be, you need to be preparing, you need to be ready to go into action and support people and help people. And so, yeah, I could go on. It is the best. I have never, and like Clea said, I've been to college and done all these courses. I worked with students in Ireland going to secondary school, and I got so frustrated in my job, because I saw the stress that, they're not being taught to think for themselves and express themselves. Self-expression is it's why we're here.
Absolutely.
So,
and how?
Yeah.
So Celine, how has that impacted your mental state and your physical health now that you're in this position and you are very happy?
Oh, I'm bouncing out of the bed every morning. I mean, I couldn't believe after the first day I sat down to do the modules, I had trouble sleeping, probably from worrying. And then at about 6 a.m, it was, oh my God, I have an idea. I have paper everywhere all the time. Like, I'm a bit disorganized. I go off. So I need a bit of structure, which is fantastic. But I think it's someone saying to you, it's okay to be you. I sort of feel safe to be authentic. And I think a brilliant thing Mark said, that imposter thing. And, all you need to know is the idea of, there are people there with problems. So if you have something of value to help someone in their life, I always feel, someone described it to me, it's like putting out your hand to the person behind you, like Mark is doing that now for me, and for us to go, come on, I want you to come along and, do what I'm doing. And I want to do the same for anyone. I know a lot of people in my life who are struggling and have been conditioned by the system to become so disconnected from their power. That was my journey. Now, I was taught all my life that, you don't speak up, you just go along with the crowd. And now I'm going, no more. And I see people struggling to find that. How do I find that power? How do I find it in myself? and as much, and they've been conditioned to believe that that sort of their true inner nature, this innate intelligence we all have, that they don't have it. So yeah, it's about undoing that and us all stepping into the beautiful people, amazing creators we are. That's what Mark's doing. It's just, yeah, I could talk forever about it. I'm out down by the sea in where I live, just catching people going, you got to do this course. And it's a friend of mine already from signing up said she's so excited. Just she gets the sense from the Telegram community. This community, it's hard to describe how this community relates on every level. She just feels, I found she was so isolated, so alone like I was. And she feels it's a family. It's a family in a community. It's amazing.
Well, Celine, thank you so much for sharing that with us.
Thank you for the time.
And Amanda, we move over onto you. How about yourself?
Oh, it's lovely hearing all this, isn't it, Nick? It's just amazing. I feel exactly the same as both of these ladies, really. I mean, when I was 8, I wanted to be a pop star. And then when I was 15, I wanted to be an author or a journalist. But I very quickly realized when I was still a teenager, I don't want to be a journalist because they get edited and they speak bullshit and I don't. Mm-hmm. So I've always had that. That still leaves me wanting to be an author. So that's been in my sort of back of my head all of my life. And I wrote a book about Health Farm a few years ago, but it just stayed there on the computer because I knew that actually doing that kind of, publicizing and working in the corporate world wasn't really my thing. A bit like Celine was saying, sometimes us creative types, we are very disorganized, or we've got too much going on in our minds and we find it hard to get it structured. Now, Mark somehow has helped me massively. I can't even explain it really, but he sort of, the course for me has been like a really potent blend of accommodating that kind of creativity that most of us in the course will have and accepting our kind of 5D-ness, but also enhancing our manifesting ability, because even that can get lost if you're too away with the fairies. I mean, I had that happen. But then adding in that kind of knowledge it's multi-million pound value stuff. I mean, Mark's worked with all kinds of people, and the stuff that he knows is next level when it comes to the real world of marketing, which is the world that I decided a long time ago I could really be doing with and didn't. So I've spent 25 years plodding away week by week, probably 15 clients a week average, including, even if you take out my maternity leaves and all of that, you're talking probably 15 people a week that I've actively given my time to love them and nurture them and raise them up. And I've done an awful lot for mankind. I guess, if I'm going to be honest, that's another thing this course has helped me to do, is to feel proud. Like Clea, I feel really proud of what I've achieved, because it is quite difficult if you're a bit tech stupid like I am. And I am really tech stupid. So for most people, it probably isn't that difficult. Just to clarify. Actually, this course is now allowing me to have real hope in the fact that I can bring things that I know to a wider audience. And instead of, that kind of real hard graft, one by one, I'm making the world a better place, hour by hour. I can reach loads. And interestingly, I was 21 and I was told by an astrologer in Galway, actually. So that's the west coast of Ireland. I consulted this chap and he said to me, you're going to be speaking to a lot of people in the world and you're going to be on some kind of big message. I'm like, no, that's not me. I don't want to be out there and I don't want to be seen. I want to work secretly, really, if I have to. And he's like, you ain't going to get that choice. So I was 20-ish, 21, when that was told to me, and I'm 51 now. So it's taken me 30 years to just be like really comfortable with this idea that I'm going to get my work out there because it's got a lot of value. I work with obviously mental health and depression and anxiety and self-esteem. I love raising people's self-esteem. I'm really good at it. So yeah, I'm beyond excited. And as for the community, the community is phenomenal. And I have to say that even if for me the whole thing fell apart and I didn't make a single publication of worth or make a single bit of communication that anyone cared about, I've had an absolute blast and I've absolutely loved these last 2-3 months, whatever it is. And it was a bit crappy, wasn't it, in the world before then? I'm having the best time. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. And that's this course.
Well, Amanda, thank you very much for sharing. My life. Well, thank you very much for sharing that with us. Mark, is there anything else that you'd like to say?
Well, if you're watching, thank you, you guys. So it does knock me over when they say things like this. But if anybody's watching this and thinks, "Oh, I've got nothing to say," or Mandy, you got to stop saying you're technically stupid. You're not stupid. You're not stupid at anything.
Thank you. True.
Challenged maybe at the moment, but we're getting there. And nothing is beyond anybody, right? We are all infinite potential. We've had 97% of our abilities taken away from us by dark forces, right? Junk DNA. Junk? We are incredible. Most of us organic humans that are here right now are here because we came here for all this time, right? And we are all teachers. We all have multidimensional, eternal abilities and skills. And what we've manifested in 3D so far, 5D is where we're going, and we need you, right? The world needs all of you to stand in your power. And if you feel that resonates, go on the free webinar, see what it's like. You can buy the course if you can afford it, but there's free scholarships if you can't afford it, right? This is not about, it costs money to run a course, but I didn't want anybody to have an excuse not to do this. I've been there. I've made millions and I've lost millions. Right? I've been up and down all over the place. I'm a council house kid from England, right? I know what it's like to have no money. I grew up with no money. This isn't about money. It's about you are worth it and you are important. And this course teaches you how to get that out there or how to start getting it out there. And then that has a ripple effect on the whole planet. Every one of us that stands in our power moves away from fear, chooses love over fear, and realizes what we're worth, has a ripple effect through the consciousness of the whole planet. And I don't know about anybody else, but I'm tired of waiting for this shift, right? And I want it to come faster. So I'm hoping that as many people can come on this as possible to help us all shift through it as fast as possible, because we need all the help we can get, especially the other side of this. So yeah.
Well, Mark Attwood and the students, guests, thank you so much. And we'll see each other very soon. And God bless you. Bye-bye.
Cheers, Nick.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks very much.